Man, what's up, YouTube? Man, I'm back with another video. Um, there's a lot of talk about uh, what is really a masculine frame, and B, do women really test guys? This is what everybody wants to know. What's good, bro? Chilling, man. Everybody want to know uh, the masculine frame. Is it a masculine frame? Is it a masculine frame? One. And two, is it a masculine frame? And two, what you call it? Fuck. And again, obviously, right? I mean, it's not so obvious, right? A lot of people don't understand the masculine frame. It's something that's commercialized because of YouTube and because of you probably knew some people growing up who had more of a masculine frame than others. You probably fit somewhere in the middle. And that'd be the main reason why people be kind of lost on this topic. But I'm here to clear some of this stuff up. And what do women test guys about, right? You know, women test guys for a multitude of reasons. First of all, they're testing you because you're a guy and she's a female. So it's like they're naturally curious. The femininity is naturally curious. The masculinity is naturally aggressive or driven, right? And you know, it's even funnier nowadays because we're dealt this hand of cards where, you know, you may be naturally have the components of a man, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to actually live out that bodily function, right? It doesn't mean you're actually every day doing anything to broaden or strengthen what God gave you. And women know this, right? Especially older women, like, right? They know, they've been around the block. They've seen, you know, the cool guy become weak in life. They've seen the weak guy become the cool guy on the block. They've seen so much. You understand? Wisdom and experience trumps all ego and self-belief. Like, you could think you that guy, but you know, what really matters is the numbers, right? And we could go to science and frequency. Frequency could be put in two categories. It could be put in science and mathematics, or it could be put in spirituality. So that's why numbers are so important, right? So you don't need to get every woman, right? A part of being attractive is accepting reality on, or life on, accepting this shit. And you're saying to yourself, you know, you're saying to yourself, let me develop myself. That's what all this self-development shit and all this lifestyle design, and I mean, anything people do in life is 24 hours every day. You're either gonna take that and you're gonna make something out of it, or you're going to not. And even if you don't do it today, you might do it somewhere down the line of the years, right? Somewhere next year or next month, or, you know, I'm 29 right now. I've seen a lot, you feel me? Not everything that everyone else seen, but you know, anyone who made it to age 30, 29, they have more experience than someone who's 16, 15 or something like that. And I got a diverse, you know, experience thing. Like I've been living in different places. You know, I have not been all over the world, but I've been enough places to where I can see certain. And again, your ability to grow is highly linked, right? It's highly linked to your willpower and determination, because, you know, similar to sports, I grew up playing basketball. Like, you don't start off good. Fuck you think this is? I couldn't even make a layup. I had to go to practice many different days and many different times, and I literally had to risk looking stupid and being just trash at the shit, and finally, you know, like a glimmer of hope or some shit, you learn a new skill or a layup, or you learn some shit, and you're like, you walk away from that one practice out of 30 different practices. You're like, okay, I'm finally at a certain standard, and that's all it is, right? You did enough work. You finally made it to a certain standard, and that's how YouTube work. That's how dating work. That's how cars experience in life. That's how everything work, right? I'm blessed to make it to 29 years old, and you know, I never felt blessed in this way. Like every time I would turn a new age, I would just be like, oh, that's just another year, or oh, I would feel like I'm getting older. But it's crazy because at 29, I feel like I don't feel old or young. I just feel like dead smack in the middle. Like I feel like I'm exactly who I'm supposed to be. And I feel like I found, and God allowed me to find my gift or my purpose or whatever it is, my mission. And I'm not gonna veer from the shit because when you really find it, you're really proud of it. So it's like it just feels different. Like you're not gonna bullshit, right? So your your mindset or your mentality or whatever it is, um, you have to build it. And again, masculinity is tied into your willingness to go towards what it is you want to do or achieve for yourself, right? Masculinity take on many different it take on many different faces, right? Many different faces, many different attributes, and many different distractions weasel down or gnaw down one's masculinity, right? But let me go over to this other topic. Let me jump over real quick to women testing men. They are here to test men. They are here to test men. And that's something that, is obvious. You probably heard that saying over 9 times or some shit, but you don't really embrace that quote or truth, or it's like something you hear, but it kind of like bypasses the brain. Like you don't really you hear it, but you don't really care when you're growing up. But it's beautiful in the sense of like, okay, I just heard a dating coach or a social coach say basically women are the truth. And in a funny way, I can actually say that might be fucking true. Because, you know, women do hold keys and doors to certain dimensions or certain things. And it's like, and when I say the word women, you could translate it as femininity, right? Because, obviously, you know, it's not, femininity is not designated to anyone in specific, whether that be your mom, your girlfriend, or it's more so the general side of nature. And if you lack femininity, even as a man in your body, you will become rigid, you will become weird, you will become cringy, you won't be as social, you won't be as happy, and you'll be rugged and shit like that. And it'll just be cringy. Now, so that shows you just on a bodily function, right? Like this bottle right here. You need both. Like our body is a bottle. Like I always say that. I like to do the play on words type shit. Our body is a bottle. And similar to this model of a bottle, it has fluids in it. So you gotta watch what you eat. Watch what you eat. Watch what you I always say the same shit. Watch what you eat, watch where you go, watch who you talk to, watch what you think. Watch what you watch. Watch what you watch. This title is gonna be femininity. I mean masculinity, a masculine frame, and a do women test men? And we all kind of fucking know women test men. But sometimes, again, if you've been living under a rock, if you've been going through depression, if you've been kind of just like off to yourself, you like for the last probably like 5 years, I just kind of got more like, so I've been kind of like weird funk in this place where I've been trying to figure, but It's all started fast, started eating more correct, things started right. Right now, always morphing. Life is changing. It's doing. It's for us to drift and kind of bring back balance and be in what you see. If you're off, you're off. You have to think in the middle and through that back neck. You don't have to chase attract balance, attract friends because what's in balance. You don't have to attract anything unbalanced. And think about the masculine frame because it implies the picture, or you could see the photo or the picture, but that it kind of puts you trying to earn something or show or give off this masculine energy. And I find because it really is a magical trick where people are trying to fit into a imagining, and everyone's looking at that person. They're like, "You was a loser, yeah, no fucking way. You still going." And so subject, they're like, "Wait, hold on. Do I act or do I just stay under the thumb or bullying me?" And again, bullying could be translated as the woman testing you, the person at the store testing you, God testing you. It could be just the way your psychological mind downloads the events that take place in your life, right? And that to me, that's what makes you feminine or masculine, right there, or what makes you just like a balanced human, so to speak, which is a masculine frame in my eyes, right? Because there's guys who give off the masculine energy or the masculine persona. If you just um you know touch them, they'll. And there's guys who are feminine, but still they could, you could tell that they're not over at the end of the day, if that makes sense. Like, I still have their masculinity intact, but you could still see like they're weak type shit. A lot of this can also have to do with your biology, your physiology, going to the gym, and some half the shit that's online is true. Like, if I decide to go to Planet Fitness every Monday for the rest of my life, nine times out of 10, I'm going to be more masculine in the physical realm. So I'm gonna bring more of that stoic boiled egg type of vibe to the fucking surface. And women are gonna see that shit. And men are gonna see it. And as you know, as animals or any other living creature that got eyes, they're gonna see it and they're gonna move accordingly. They're not gonna push that person over. I watched an interview with 50 Cent yesterday, and it was kind of like that. It was like he's in a room with two other masculine men, but they're not going to control 50 Cent because he's also got muscle. He also has a mouthpiece, so he's street smart. And 50 Cent is, I want to get this out the way. 50 Cent to me is one of the most alpha characters that black people need to really be looking at, or young black men. Not saying the street shit, you don't have to go through what he went through, but you can look at him. He's a masculine frame creature. That's a masculine frame. You don't have to look at James Bond or somebody who is fucking jumping over cars and jumping in the sea and holding their breath for 10 minutes and shit like that. Like, that shit is cool as fuck, and yes, it's a masculine frame technically. But a more realistic masculine frame that you can kind of emulate would be like 50 Cent. If you watch an interview, his last interview that he had, he was controlling the conversation. He was talking with his hands. He was very persuasive, and he understands power. He made the book with Robert Greene, the Art of Power or some shit like that, and he's just smart. That's what to me, bro, the last message I'm gonna give in this video, if you really want to get women and really want to be seen as a catch, just get smarter, bro. And I know a lot of nerds are probably gonna be like, man, but that's not gonna make me necessarily get no women. And that's true, because you're already smart. You just have to apply the muscle now, right? Feminine and masculine, right? You might be smart and witty, but you might have to hit the gym now, or vice versa. All you guys in the gym who keep talking about choosing signals, but you're not getting no pussy, you might need to switch that shit up and go to the library, go across the street to Barnes and Nobles, and start learning about how to become a better speaker. Because it's not about necessarily being smart or a nerd, so to speak, because I'm not really a nerd, but and I don't think 50 Cent is a fucking nerd or any alpha male that you knew growing up. But they have a will to learn. They have a will to win. That's what it really boils. They have a will to be better. And so that makes you inevitably smarter. You may not be as smart as fucking Newton and shit, but you're naturally growing and evolving. And when you spread forward, pause, you spread forward with the knowledge, what you're doing is you're making the women curious, because that's their nature. They're curious. Oh, damn, he got a college degree, or damn, he got a Mercedes Benz. Damn, he got this. I hate Andrew Tate, but damn, he looked clean. Damn, it's the act. Like, men, we're action creatures. We're of activity. You feel me? And that's another reason why the world's so jacked up. Women are quicker to go get jobs now than guys, and that makes a reverse engineering type of situation. That makes a reverse engineering type of situation, because the truth of the matter is, back in the day when things were traditional, men would get up and do what they had to do irrelentlessly, and women would kind of just cower and sit there and shit. So now you got to just take that into account, fellas. I'm not saying hate on women. I'm not saying be mad at women. If anything, the shit I'm telling you is going to make you okay with women being how they are, accepting of the new age, right? That's masculine energy. It's accepting life on life terms could be considered feminine or masculine, but it's still a beautiful balance, and it's a cohesiveness that you need to incorporate. So, the masculine guy, if he sees shit popping off and people fighting, he's not gonna like jump in it, but he's also not gonna be scared of it. He's just gonna kind of be like, "Oh, that shit crazy. What's going on?" He's gonna relax into the moment. He's accepting of shit, but he's also like, he's relaxed. Like, so it's like the fact that the world is how it is, that is deeper shit behind how it is. So the best thing for you to do is be an observer and an acceptor. But also, if you're gonna act on it, act in a more upbeat, positive way about it. That's more masculine energy, right? If a girl rejects you, you got a couple options. You could go into reactivity. Oh, fuck you, bitch. Or you could be like, damn, my confidence, man. I don't know, man. How I'm gonna get the next girl now? I don't even got confidence to go up to the next girl. I'm on a losing streak, right? That's not the masculine frame. The masculine frame is, okay, shit. I missed my target. I ain't get that. But when I run into this next female, I'm just gonna open up the conversation with her and see if I'm gonna roll the dice with her. That's masculine. It's very simple and so simplistic that if you're not on that frequency, you just won't get it type shit. But it's more to it, man. I'm kind of summarizing this shit, but we could do more videos on masculinity in the future. And yes, women are testing you, and they're testing you in a weird way. I find that when I do shadow work, I'm way more harder to impress. That's what women are really doing. They're not, the word test and impress, it's funny that they rhyme. They're kind of similar, right? People in your life will come into it, especially dark entities. Not saying women are dark, but the feminine is about darkness. They will impress or press upon the things that they know trigger you. And that's kind of what guys are afraid of, because they're not used to dealing with the feminine, especially these new age guys who don't get no women, right? They're totally oblivious to how women move. So when I do shadow work, it helps me to become more I guess, aware of my body or my feelings and things that are on the feminine side of the spectrum. And what that does is it makes it to where if a woman do something, it doesn't surprise me. And puts me in the masculine position. So if I'm doing shadow work and I'm like, oh, I'm basically configuring and figuring out why I feel this way in this situation or what this may be about. It puts me in a logicalizing position. And then when someone does something around me, I just feel 10 times less reactive. And you can agree if you got a feeling or not, but I'm just, that's masculine frame to me. Because non-reactivity is what James Bond is. That's what 50 Cent was in the interview. That's what every masculine creature I ever seen in my life was. They were non-reactive. And what a woman that's toxic will do, or a woman that's just curious will kind of tug on your jersey like, get in the game. I want to see you react to some shit. I'm a beautiful woman. React to me. Okay, you don't want to react to me? I'm going to go touch your friend's chest. Or you don't want to react to me? I'm going to go do some shit like that. And this is when you have to make executive decisions. Because you have to be, again, I always talk about sacrificial type of people. Nothing in this world grows without the word sacrifice, right? Nothing. So if you find that a woman is testing you beyond the measures that you find as acceptable or worthy, then that's what it is. Also, masculinity doesn't do too much questioning itself, right? Just enough questioning to get to the point. So it's like, oh, I don't tolerate that. So now I know with every woman, I'm not going to tolerate that. Now, there are obviously women who are going to bring a lot to the table that you may make sacrifices again for, but you're not going to, for the most part, you're not going to step on your own toes. You're not going to do that. And you're not going to shit where you sleep. So you're not going to like shit on a woman and go running back to her only to have her do the same thing over again and again. That's shitting where you sleep. So a wise man is a masculine man. A wise man as an alpha male. Jack Sparrow in the movie, he was a drunk. He was a sailor or some shit, a pirate. But one thing you admire about him was he was so smart. He was able to talk people. He was able to control the frame. He was able to control the narrative. Whereas though in real life, many times dangerous situations aren't as dangerous as they seem. They just are dangerous to people who aren't living in that reality. But if you're living it, you find that the people who are living things see the same thing that you're scared of. Like if someone walk in the house right now with a snake around their arm, I'm gonna be like, damn, I always had a fear of snakes, so technically I'm not gonna fuck with that. I'm not even gonna fuck with the person that's holding the snake. I'm gonna wait. When they leave out, I'm gonna be like, I ain't calling them no more. Fuck them. But that's how deep that'll go for me. But to them, they're like, what you tripping for? It's just a snake, bro. It's a snake. It's just like a dog. It's just like a cat. It's just a snake. So people who deal with the thing more, they are, I don't want to use the word desensitized, but that is true too. That is very true, because as I start approaching way more women, it just desensitizes shit. But that's a phobia for a lot of guys. Just to even, get stuck in a conversation with a girl you think is pretty could feel crazy, right? But for somebody who does it and is in that line of work, it's like just talking to anybody else. Especially when you know how to ask good questions. Because then you're just getting her talking and you're just listening. And it's almost like, it becomes more of a logical than an emotional. It's like, I can lead you through step 1, step 2, step 3, where you're just talking and I'm just listening, but you feel like I'm a great talker because I know how to listen. And it works out that way. It's like becoming an engineer. It's easy for you. But for the whole world, they need an engineer. I'm about to end the video on that note. I said a whole fucking lot, but hopefully y'all got a synopsis or better what masculine frame is and what I deem masculine frame is. Because when you look at the word frame, it's not real. It doesn't, anyone can do it. A woman could do it, but it's just a frame. It's just being non-reactive. A lot of women do it to y'all all the time. You go up trying to talk to them, they're trying to be non-reactive because they're still women, but they're like, I'm not fucking with nobody. Like, I'm minding my business. Who are you? You know what I'm saying? But it's on you to put an impression on her. So it's all about impressions. Who's impressing who? And I like the word impress because if you think about like putty or Play-Doh, it's like you could press your thumb in it, you imprint it. So when you see a female, it's kind of like that's what you're trying to do, just on an emotional level. You're trying to like make her laugh or say something funny. But the key is to make an impression. And if you really made an impression when you leave, she'll think about you. She'll ruminate. Her mind will find a way back to, you know, that saying, if you let a dog roam, it'll find its way home type shit. You know, that works. So again, you don't have to chase. You just have to impress. But impression, the word impress could make you think like you're a dancing clown or some shit. But just don't take my shit out of context. Just vibe. Just vibe. Just understand that, be yourself, put priorities first, subscribe to my channel, and after you do that, learn some game. Find your own arithmetic or algorithm of how you're going to prioritize what you say to women first, second, third, fourth, and how you're going to lead the conversation. And when you get like kind of like a mold or a pattern of how you do shit, it's all she wrote, my nigga. That's what I'm really trying to get y'all to realize, man. Like, and the masculine frame come with that because you're not going to chase anything. That's masculine right there. I'm not chasing you, but if I see you and I like you, I'm saying something. That's extremely masculine. It's nothing more masculine than that. I go to a store, I see grapes, I want the grapes, I grab the grapes, I buy the grapes, I leave the store. If the grapes reject me, I pick up another bag of grapes and I leave the store. The same way I would have left the store the first time. That's masculine. Action. The way she reacts is totally on her. If your self-esteem takes a little bit of a hit, go home, do some journaling, ask yourself, what was it in my childhood that got me here today where I'm in my feelings when a female rejects me? Some abandonment issues or some trigger that's under the surface that's coming up is ruining your masculine frame and your stoicness. Because a lot of times what I found is if I get rejected and I stay in my masculine frame, a woman to reconsider that shit real quick. Like right after she said a rejection, she'll wait, hold on, he seemed confident when I rejected him. Let me see what the fuck I'm missing out on. So a part of being a good salesman or selling yourself is the stoicism. It's the way how cool you are in the rejection. Oh, no, it's cool, baby girl. You know that have a good day though. You know you still look good, but you know have a good day though. Da, 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 da. She's like, damn, maybe I should get that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, it's a way to do it, but it's from the masculine and it's energy. It's what you're saying, but how you're feeling while you're saying what you're saying. So we're gonna talk more about that, man. Like, comment, subscribe, man. It's your boy Game Like Will, man. Back with a very, 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 very gamed up video, man. I'm out, man.